So Mamdani was asked whether he'd support cash reparations. Didn't rule it out. Watch this.
I stand by what I submitted.
Yes.
It's the truth.
Yes.
It's not a personal assessment. And we often think about slavery and the complicity in slavery as being exclusively to certain geographic areas of the country.
Right.
Here in New York City, we were very complicit. I can tell you that this is critically important because this is also what it looks like to acknowledge what history truly was.
I can't think of anything more than listening to some unemployed, basically, prior to his mayor role, Ugandan socialist tell me what it means to be American.
What I love about this, he's getting a perm now with his hair. If you see that, it's a lot wavier than when he was campaighing a year ago.
Is that what
Check that out.
Washerman Schultz has?
Yeah, he's got a little perm. I don't know if we can get that video again. Look at the little waves there for Zohran.
Yeah. Why do you know what a perm
the Civil War. You think this is an accident, Carl, up top here? This is
a lot of work went into that hair.
Right? There's no perm there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Real straight. No. Zohran Mamdani, somebody needs to tell him two things. One, slavery ended in 1865, and it was a Republican president, in fact, the first Republican president ever elected, Abraham Lincoln, that ended slavery. No one ever explains where the money comes from with reparations and how that would work, by the way.
Well, it appears.
All they have is that race script. That's the only thing that's holding the left up at this point. And the funniest thing about Mamdani is he's a rich kid from an Indian family. That Indian family invaded Uganda, which is a dump, and they live like kings in Uganda. He was the rich, spoiled kid. They're the gentrifiers.
Yeah.
In Uganda, the Mamdanis are the gentrifiers, driving up housing prices, living like kings in a cheap place. He is exactly what he hates.
So many of the Muslim African nations are that way, by the way. You think about Somalia, Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Invaded and infiltrated.
Exactly. But the other thing about reparations, which I don't always get, it's like, what about all the white Union soldiers who fought to free the slaves? Where are their reparations?
The 600,000 that gave their lives?
Yeah, well,
white men?
600,000 total, but yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, where are those guys?
Yeah.
Nobody talks about
Nobody
them.
talks
All
about
right, get a load of this. The reports that the DNC lost nearly $30,000 to an email scammer. I guess they convinced somebody to buy them $100 Target gift cards. Ken Martin says the error was apparently caught within minutes, but they were only able to recover $7,000. It sucks to suck.
Yeah, Ken Martin was probably a mistake to run the DNC. I mean,
strong, probably.
just the most vanilla guy I think I've ever seen, but the party is so lost. They are so lost to the point where people were defending Tony Fauci today. Their heroes are like people like Graham Plattner and Ilhan Omar, and this guy is now running the Democratic National Committee.
The principal of a homeschool.
Quite funny to see them so in debt. And I wish I would have thought of an idea to scam the DNC. That would have been a great one.
Yeah.
But I'd do it for more than $29,000, right?
Well, you know what you could do? You could just run for president on the Democrat ticket and stick him with $20 million. And, oh, no, somebody already thought about that.
No, we could do it. They don't like primaries. They'd probably elect me.
Yeah.
Or Rob.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
It'd
know.
be a tough one.
Or you.
I don't have good enough hair.
No, you do have hair.
Michigan Democrat rep for the state, he's the state Senate candidate, or Senate candidate, Haley Stevens, being weird again. Just watch.
Okay, and I'm not supposed to pick up this microphone. I think it's just laying down. Did you want me to or no? What do you want me to do? Hold this? Holy smokes. I mean, if you can't hear me and you need the mic, I'll do it.
Why does she sound like Tommy Boy?
Yeah, she's like Chris Farley. She's playing up
She looks like Tommy.
You ever seen Fargo? That's in North
Back
Dakota.
code.
But it's like this accent that they have, and she's playing it up. She didn't when she ran for Congress in 2018.
Don't you know?
And don't you know, in a Fargo, in that, pick up the microphone and folksy. Nothing wrong with that, but she's playing it up to try to get elected in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, to seem affable and relatable to the average voter in a place that full of people who probably doesn't like.
All right, well.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.